Austin has been named as the #1 place to live in the country. But as our city grows, property values and taxes go up. It's a huge concern for many Austin home and business owners.
That's why KVUE is taking a week-long look into Austin's affordability issues. Tonight, Terry Gruca joins us with why more and more homeowners are feeling pushed out.
It's a good news, bad news situation. Demand makes property values rise, good for your investment, but it also makes property taxes go up. The average Austin homeowner will pay $517 more than they did last year for the same home, which has a lot of people who bought modest homes wondering if they'll be able to afford to stay in them. His music helped put Austin on the map. So this may be the last thing you expect to hear.
I'm actually building a studio in Memphis.
From a man who's made a name for himself in the live music capital of the world. But musician Dale Watson is worried about rising property taxes in Austin.
You want a house. You want to be able to live here in the city. And they keep raising it so much, you can't afford it.
His East Austin home is a modest 1,400 square feet. He was able to build a studio on his less than 1 acre, but his property taxes have nearly doubled in 5 years.
That's a sad thing that someone who's born, 2 generations born in Austin can't stay here.
Every day, average homeowners are struggling.
We bought the house in 1977 for $44,000, and now it's worth over $500,000.
Add an unexpected disability, and a house that was once considered affordable can be out of reach.
I have lived in this house since I was 2 years old with my grandparents.
Alex Acosta was recently diagnosed with MS, a progressive disease that has already confined her to a wheelchair.
That's why we want her here, to take care of her.
And I want to stay. I have always told anybody I want to stay at my home.
Even working into retirement, her grandfather worries he won't be able to make that happen.
We pay between $8,000 and $9,000 a year. Just sitting here doing nothing.
It is the good versus the bad. You want your investment to increase in value, especially if you plan to sell. But the values have risen so fast that it's getting increasingly difficult for people in the Austin area to stay put.
We understand that the affordability issue is pretty acute in Austin.
Exemptions can help.
If you're homesteaded, which means you live in your property and have a homestead exemption, the taxable value can only go up 10% a year.
My salary's not going up 10% a year.
No, it's not. It's not. And we see that all over town where people of modest means bought modest properties and their salaries are still modest, but the dirt's worth $500,000. And that's how our property tax system works, unfortunately.
Once you're 65, you can also qualify to freeze the amount you pay in school taxes. And
there is a deferral program.
The tax bill doesn't go away. It collects 5% interest every year. And once you die or sell your home, that tax bill must be paid in full within 6 months, or the county takes over. For people like Watson, that's not an option.
I really want this place to stay in a family. I want them to be able to enjoy it and hopefully maybe their kids.
Like many Austin homeowners working harder to hang on to his little part of the city he wants to continue to call home.
It should be looked at that you're driving out residents that have been here in Austin.
It's a simple supply and demand issue. The Austin Board of Realtors found property taxes could increase by 50% or more over the next 5 years if Austin's housing drought continues. But not if Governor Greg Abbott has his way. He unveiled a plan to limit local property tax revenue growth to 2.5% annually. Count on KVUE to let you know what happens.